Previously yet?
No, of course I haven't given it previously yet. I've literally just this second.
You're writing on here. Because last time I went... Boop! Previously on CK2, which I still haven't posted the link for.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, but we're being recorded now, so I can start with previously.
Probably won't start actually watching it from the...
Let's zoom out of it. Have you posted the link yet?
No. Whose big is this?
Sound effects. Typing.
Well, Claire says tar, so I think that probably means...
We have to have the sound effects in brackets, like the road subtitles.
Yes. So,
Titles.
anyway, now that I allegedly have a stream, I should be summarising the great adventures of Empress Bertha Fled.
Some of it, religions are a problem.
Religions are not a problem. Religions are now really not a problem because I've actually converted back to the official religion that I already had, which was Catharism. And if we briefly zip into religion view, you will see that quite a bit of Poland is now Cathar. Enough of it, obviously, but we're working on it. Not some bits are still Catholic, iconoclast. Possibly Waldensian. I think Waldensians might be somewhere else. Lollard and pagan.
And you've still got one Słowiański
pagan. Yes. Otherwise, if you look into the ROM view, you will see that mysteriously I now have bits of what were Pictland and is now Scotland.
I think we had those on Friday.
Did we?
Mostly since Friday, we were fighting an interminable embargo war against Germany.
Well, first of all, we tried to have an embargo war against the Byzantine revolt, which involved Cornwall and was mildly terrifying, and probably would have been winnable if we hadn't misunderstood how patricians in merchant republics flags show up.
Yes.
But now we know how that worked, and then eventually we managed to win an embargo war against against Thuringia.
Oh yes, because Thuringia, of course, had apparently declared independence from
Germania. After I'd gone and kicked Germania quite hard to get the one holding in Krakow back that was theirs.
So that now Bertha Fled has one of the things vanished.
Yes.
Defensive pact.
Yes.
But yes, now Bertha Fled holds 2 castles in her capital province, which is good for her troop numbers.
And not bad for my tax either.
And also means you can collect a bit of tax on it.
And I've been building additions to my predecessor or my grandmother's, who the heck knows, folly.
I think Mark Trudy then was one before Bertha Fled.
Yeah.
Unless there was someone terribly short-lived in between.
I think they were directly
The terribly short-lived one was between Mark Trude and Mark Trude II.
It's true, yes. So anyway, I've now got some bits that give me a little bit of prestige, but mostly give me useful things for my armies. I am building the second stage so that I will have some more exciting options available to add.
No, I think you've got the most exciting ones already, because obviously
yeah,
how do you
build those first. There's also fun stuff like additional statues to boost my dynasty opinion and unlock the Watcher of Giants minor title, which is useful. Mostly at the moment I'm waiting. I need to pause.
Yes, we do. We have an entertaining event just before.
Yes.
Just before we stop.
Which is that the person I wanted to be my heir snuffed it, and this now means I need to do a bit of rearrangement.
But we do have the fallback heir in place at the moment.
Yes. So, Troubadour and his Trabarits have arrived from Occitania. You may recognise Occitania from such diverse elephants as The Name of the Rose, where that girl was from. We never knew her name. Indeed. So, we can enjoy the political satire type of things for gaining one learning, or gain the trait charitable. Let me look at my What does learning get us?
Slightly more piety, slightly better
Technological
innovation.
innovation. Right, learning it is
Yeah, I
then.
don't think charitable is particularly.
Hello, Claire.
Anyway, so Mr. Bond.
Ooh.
That's exciting, but I'll come back to it after I have dealt with things like what the hell has happened to my Chancellor.
She dropped dead. I think your Chancellor was actually, he. I think may have been the Viceroy of Lithuania, but I'm not sure.
So, is there anywhere nearby that looks entertaining that I can fake a thing on? Like the Teutonic Order.
That was just weird.
Yeah, that it's a laugh.
I'm not sure it works.
Shh. I'll go and find out.
Okay.
Why is Facebook redirecting me to mobile site?
Probably because you're using Chrome. Right, all my potential chaplains are rubbish. Let's do that funky thing. Right, we want my religion. That's actually join my religion. Yes. And search all, not search realm. And then search by are you any good at being a chaplain? To which we go, yes, yes you are. Excuse me. Let me invite you to court. And then I can make you my chaplain.
By virtue of fixing their religion, you don't end up with the first thing you need to do being convert them to
Indeed.
Catholicism, because that does seem a rather...
Excellent. Appoint you. So, back to the religion view. We probably need to convert the pagans just to...
The last time you tried to do that, it was a disaster, but she does have learning of 20, so...
Yeah, but... Anyway, let's read that. So, how threatening am I? Only 11% threatening, so...
Someone actually start expanding soon.
I can probably start expanding soon, which will be nice. Well, I'm getting fairly old, so I need to, before I do that... hooray, we converted someone else to Catharism. So some people are joining the Defensive Pact, but that's because a bunch of people have just left, and that probably means that they're feeling a bit...
Yeah, there are some calculations that involve how is the Defensive Pact strong enough? If not, then maybe it needs a bit of help.
Yes. So my income is doing rather better because Gertland is now this merchant republic. If I go to the...
You've increased the tax rate.
Yes.
Yes, you still have the problem that the Grand Mayor of Gertland is not Cathar at the moment.
Yes, I should go and see how he's
We're trying to
feeling
go,
about
we
me.
can't find any way to make him happier. I can't remember if I had another one. Well then.
And he's the same religion.
Oh.
I think something may have happened to the previous Grand Mayor.
I can't remember who the Grand Mayor was yet last time, and we didn't record it. Oh well, so we have a Cathar Grand Mayor again. That's nice. Yes, he probably doesn't actually control very much yet, but maybe he can actually set out to build more
trade posts.
posts now that we're
Time. Let's pause still because I still need to sort out, and this is important, my succession. And it's
it probably works all right in the end.
It's okay, but what I do want to do. So she's my niece. She's not a complete disaster. Well, she's a disaster in almost everything except thing. And she's 47, so she's not that much younger than me. So, what I want to do is see... So
there will be people,
Raid Marshal.
in particular, there may be people who would be useful who might not be in this list, because there might be people who are of your house and would be willing to join your court, but who are not currently in your court or a close enough relative to be.
Great House. My dynasty. Join court, yes. Want to sort more or less for that.
So, for instance, there's Richard, the Chancellor of Kent.
He's quite old though.
Yes.
She's quite old. Let's scroll. I'm starting to now get some very.
You start with 2 who have diplomacy 0.
Yeah.
And then you pretty much fall down to Richard and Malabodes. So
Yes.
Malabode.
Do we have anyone with great stewardship? No. He's a bit old, although he's a reasonable kind of all-rounder. Right, so...
So the best we have is like the 14, 10, 1.
Yeah, and he's 40, which I prefer them to be like in their 30s if I could.
Yeah,
If only to try and minimise from both sides the you're the wrong age penalties. Oh well, let's...
You got me about in your... who's currently a candidate.
With any diplomacy, we've got Frotlina, and that is it that's of my dynasty. Unless there's someone else who's like...
Yeah, there is actually a bit of a shortage of people of your dynasty.
who aren't completely
I mean,
hopeless.
I'd be almost inclined to invite that one half-decent candidate. So Frotlina is currently Viceroy of Estonia?
No,
no.
that's the other Frotlina. That was my sister.
Right, okay.
I think, anyway.
In Verity's laptop somewhere.
Is that,
Yes.
So the fact that you can hear me frantically typing for all over here.
Well, we
Yeah.
can see it on the units anyway.
Yes. Anyway, so what? This commander of Syria, or
Malabode was the one I was. I mean,
Yeah,
he's got 14, 10, 10.
10.
So he looks like a reasonable.
let's invite him to
candidate.
court.
I mean, like, this is mostly in the direction of, yeah, get yourself a backup. Frotlina's probably alright as a
Yeah.
first choice.
Yes. Let's make sure that. So that's
So King of Lithuania will probably be
given away shortly.
viceroy soon anyway.
And let's try and make sure she gets that as well. So, yeah, that should. It's King of Lithuania.
King of Lithuania, but
That's
plan
fine.
for
I'm
that, I
about
think,
to.
is
Sh-
to
do-
make yourself the successor by assigning you to the viceroyalty
Yes.
to someone who might turn out to be your successor for the kingdom.
So, Kingdom of Sweden then.
So I feel that you want to create titles. At least you want to be in a situation where you have some idea what you're going to do with them. So kingdoms are less bad than duchies, I think, to hold yourself, but you'll still get your vassals going, oh, what I want the kingdom.
Yeah, that's fine though. I'm happy to do that because I can then viceroy it away safely.
So another viceroy will be another -2 for
Yeah.
opinion for, well, mostly the King of Scotland, to be fair. He's
Yes,
one of the few people you know who is actually a real king.
it's true.
And
I can, well, I can viceroy, I can hold 2 kingdoms. No one really seems to complain about that.
usually you will probably find that the dukes who would be de jure under Sweden will have a -25 desires the kingdom of Sweden
Yes.
penalty, because no one minds you holding Poland because your capital is
It's in Poland. Yeah.
but they will mind. It's not as bad as holding too many duchies, because then you start getting too many held duchies, which everyone
Right.
likes.
Yeah, well, I think I'm going to create another kingdom. I think,
Okay, if you insist.
because that gives me lots of de jure claims,
True.
which is good. Because that's much less risky than Holy War. Anyway, and I'll take like the -6 penalty of having 8 million thingies.
So,
I can create a couple of duchies, with the idea that I'll give them away to the relevant.
I mean, I'm not particularly opposed to giving away the Kingdom of Sweden, though.
Let's buy myself some more prestige because my house is insufficiently prestigious. I know. I don't want success in nomination. I want to create another duchy, and that will give. Excellent. Am I threatening? That hasn't changed my threateningness.
No.
How many commanders of Poland don't I have right now? 2.
I think you should be willing to recruit new people into your courts to. I mean, admittedly, the King of Scotland might be reasonable because he's not completely incompetent, and
It will give him a +5
it makes
boost.
him likely more. I mean, he's a tolerable commander.
Yes.
The Grand Mayor of Göttland is not, and that proves that it's the same Grand Mayor that we were checking earlier because
Yeah,
we gave him the commander title, despite the fact that he's incompetent.
it's true.
Anyway, yes, but I think you may want to actually recruit in some decent commanders.
Yeah, I'm a bit low on, so let's do Great House. Any drawing court? Yes. Pointy sticks? Yes. Probably at least want my religion group.
I'm not sure it makes much difference. I mean, your command, you don't, you know, you might like to convert him once he arrives if he likes you enough, but you don't really care about the opinion of your commander.
That's true. Well, I get whinging messages about.
If they're technically a heretic, but you're a heretic, so who cares? And you don't have a
It's true.
pope.
You're not everybody else is first.
Well, I've invited a couple of them to court.
The game is quite clear that at the moment Catharism is a heresy.
Yes.
Everyone thinks. I mean, even and there are different. The mechanisms are different for who you think is I don't know, is what kind of wrong. Like in particular, I can't remember now. Anyway, but it's yes.
It all seems very ambitious. I mean, all the heretics in name of the road, they had, generally, if they were going to bother being a heretic at all, they were absolutely unafraid to say, bellow that everybody else, including the Pope, was loudly wrong.
I think if you buy enough DLC, you can get to the point where you can indeed replace Catholicism with Catharism. Though then you can't get a Catholic Pope, a Cathar Pope, because Cathars don't believe in popes.
Right.
Indeed, one of the DLCs gets you a Mend the Great Schism button.
Yes.
If you have to, there's quite a lot of prerequisites. Then eventually there's reunify the Western and Eastern churches. Catholicism becomes a heresy of the Eastern Orthodox Church.
For some reason, the first thing I think when they named the Great Schism is that this is something that's done by the Baptist monks.
Yes, they could, I'm sure.
Probably with breadcrumbs and butterbeans.
It's true.
Are you having fun there, though, while we slither about?
I'm trying to find someone to give the Viceroyalty of Lithuania to.
Alright.
Can I give it to a count?
Didn't you just invite someone? You can give it to anyone who is landed.
Yeah. Yes.
So,
Because he likes me quite a lot, and
did you not just invite someone for the purpose?
not specifically for the purpose of I've got another kingdom to give away. I just want to get rid of at least one kingdom. But I can't apparently make him a viceroy. How exciting! Maybe it needs to be a duke. Where's Where's the one duke that duchess rather that didn't
That's
complete?
outside your kingdom. De facto kingdom, sorry. I think you should be able to give it to anyone who's already
Oh yeah, not her.
she's currently viceroy of Estonia rather than
Yes.
her. I mean, you could make her viceroy of Lithuania as well if that were convenient. That's not inside your territory.
Oh yeah.
I mean, you could invade.
I can. Well, I can eventually invade.
Whether you want to invade the Holy Roman Empire is another matter. He's also outside your territory. Was that actually why the one who you had problems with last time failed as well?
So you kind of like me.
His direct liege isn't you,
Yes. Ah!
so you can't appoint. Oh, you can.
Yes, I can.
Okay. I would slightly worry about what that does to the battle tree.
Right. Include lower titles.
I don't know. If you don't do it, then he'll probably develop unhappy opinions, and you can then fix them by granting him the lower titles. But
Does the thing that you see the battle org chart?
yes.
That it's a giant pain to look at. These things are. The windows are awkward and annoying.
Yes, it could certainly be a lot easier. Well, we can
Yes.
show Garrett, show it to Simon if he wants to, if he can remember where it is. I think Realm
Tree,
Simon.
isn't it? Yes.
So
the thing there is that you get like all of this stuff, and then in order to see anything, you have to try and enlarge the stupid window, and it's
there's
all.
a full screen button on there, but even
Yeah.
so, it's, you really want a tree view widget, but you don't get a tree view widget. You get something horrible.
That or a graphics layout. That just, yes.
Yes. I don't know if the game has an export the current state of the world in like a big pile of CSV or whatever.
I don't
You can
think
export the
it
map
does.
as a PUN.
The larger comes down to some of the history. We ended up with a quantity policy that it was remarkably hard to actually pay out sensibly.
So yes, you do seem to have an embarrassment of duchies there.
Yes.
Though many of those, I suspect some of those at least are de jure vassals of the Kingdom of Sweden.
Yes. What I was going to do was have a look at the duchies and see if there's that I'm holding, and seeing if there's anyone I want to give a duchy to. To which I think the answer is yes. Like, you will do for getting a duchy, because you quite like me. Duchy of Carovia. Pause. So, you are heir to a barony. So, if I want to make you useful, I need to give you something, which is probably going to be that county that I've got.
No, that's fine.
Yeah.
Did you just add something to that? Oh, it said if you include lower titles, then you could give him the Duchy of Lesser Poland. Yes.
Yeah.
Which the answer is no. I don't want to give him the Duchy of Lesser Poland.
No.
Because it has something inside Lesser Poland it could give him
Yes.
to make him eligible. No, lesser.
So,
Is he already regretting it? No,
he's the wrong kind of thing.
Heretic.
But that's fine. I'm about to make him, well, let's viceroy of somewhere. Of Sweden. Grant viceroyalty of Sweden. Pause. You like like me a lot, let me ask for your religious conversion. Are you a true believer?
Nope.
Pestilential state. Oh well, maybe someone will come and put the Fraticelli Bible, not Fraticelli, somebody.
You can send your
It's true.
chaplain there that says much else to do.
Terusa.
So
What about sorority?
What?
no, not as far as we know. We went for Fraticella, and presumably Fraticelle, but so if you have duchies under him,
Which I don't.
uh,
Sorry, I do. I have Upland.
then I would have expected him to start saying he wants those duchies. Maybe he doesn't because he's not a real king, but
So there's him who doesn't like me. Him who's in entirely the wrong place. Oh no, hang on.
maybe actually there are. So does he have any opinions that say that he wants any of those duchies? Because like.
He wants the Duchy of Upland. She wants the Duchy of Upland and doesn't hate me and is Cathar. Right, wow. There we go. Oops, something's happened to my Chancellor.
Probably you've arranged that your Chancellor is no longer your vassal.
It's possible.
There's
It's
a
just
slight problem of
check
of
whether I've
carving out lots of duchies is you lose a load of candidates. The advantage is that you don't need to give away so many jobs in order to get everyone's opinion up. So.
joined what? Yes. Thing, yes. See if there's anyone halfway decent who's already near Fraticelli. Right, we're now getting into the teens, that's obviously not worth it. Let's invite the...
It has a claim that you can press.
Yes, that looks entertaining. So you have arrived in my court. Let us appoint you. At 27, you think I'm an infidel. Right, well, let's...
27 should be enough to convert if he's not rounded.
Yeah, it is. So let's do that. Where do we want him to manufacture claims on? Let's look back to his...
Well, to get him to pretend to convert.
Well, yes. Where do we want to get a claim on? Oh, yeah. Right, let's get you making claims on bits of Turingia. I'm sure it'll come in handy.
We've got a 10-year truce with them.
Yeah, but well, I can move it in about 6 months to somewhere in Germania instead then, because my 10 year...
I'd be inclined to go for that tiny patch of Sweden that's still exists. Oh, but you might actually have a de jure claim.
Yes.
A truce with a country only means no wars, it doesn't mean no lawsuits.
Indeed. But, well, yeah, but the way you press your lawsuits is in war. Not my
That's
no,
all
you're
yet.
I'm your sodding liege.
I'm your liege and I invited you here.
So, are you going to allow the Green Crease Crown Authority to medium?
in Sweden, it will mean that they stop fighting each other.
Yes, I think it will.
So I think I'm fine with that. Well,
Did he convert to your religion? No, he didn't.
no, we didn't.
There's a slight danger that gives him the ability to freely revoke vassal titles
Yes.
from heretics.
Oh dear.
So he
Wow.
may end up revoking all the dukes under him.
Well, that'll be exciting. Maybe I should send my... I think I sent my anyway, right.
Total concept, these maps are a bit very strange. Why doesn't Poland across the top of British Isles is one of those...
That's all part of Scotland, and hence.
Well,
Okay. There.
Sorry, I'm trying to actually get to Scotland.
what puts one in mind of I don't know, an attempt to do for geography what concepts is it to that did for history?
Well,
Half remembering everything wrong.
well, no. I mean, this is the whole point. You know, I started off at a perfectly historical point. And,
And then you just took it in a very weird dot.
yes, you
But
know,
it was like 500 years ago.
yeah, more or less. I mean, I started in, like, 769, I think. So, we are talking, like, a long time ago. Right, anyway, you've just become Scottish. You're Cathar. Brilliant. King of Scotland, you're Cathar. Excellent. I just wanted to check that. Vassals. Viceroy of Sweden. Where are you? You are... Rusa. Let's... You're currently proselytising in Culm. I will fish you out and send you to Rusa shortly. Well, fairly shortly. How are my vassal levies? Let's just check, in fact. Yeah, we do have everything done, but we do need to let those expire a bit before we next go to war. Probably. Yeah.
Oh, the revolt in Scotland.
There is a revolt in Scotland, there's always a revolt in Scotland. But yeah, we want to let Silesia and Scotland cheer up a bit because they've got nice big levies. Great tracts of land. I was going to say, why are my monthly expenses so expensive? But of course I'm busy building extensions on my statue.
You might also want to look at whether there's anything more you can do with your new
Very good lord. I'm right out of commanders, but on the plus side,
you did invite a couple of good ones.
I invited a couple of excellent
Oh,
ones.
yes, you've gone and lost a bunch of dukes. So,
Right,
anyone
let's...
else on this? Was that the last good one?
It's down to 12, so I thought, you know...
Well, I mean, everything from 8 upwards is kind of worth having. And I kind of feel that at least those of your direct vassals who are decent, who are even halfway decent in combat, probably want to commanders.
Commander. Commander. Commander.
So Echo has to be lightning conversion. That's surprisingly lower people, given you've just given them a job. standard signing bonus with you now, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come to my court, get 15 gold.
Come to my court, get 15 gold. I will then ask you to convert to
So
Catharism.
the weird sect.
It's
Which
not.
says you stop hating having a woman in charge.
Yeah. But, you know, it's not a weird sect anymore.
No, true.
I mean, you
That's
know.
the largest proportion of Central Europe.
I mean, there's a big Fraticelli slick over there as well. I mean,
An army of the men.
you know, the non-orthodox, the sort of Western Christian religions are now a majority heretics. I think there's not that many Catholics.
And Catholicism's still doing all right in Western France and particularly Charlotte.
Yeah, and there's got a bit of Sweden, Norway rather. But
I mean, there does appear to be a small, gradually increasing quantity of Muslims up in the north, in the south of Scotland.
Countess of Scar, you live over there.
Should she not be assigned underneath some duke?
That's good.
I mean, where is that de jure?
De jure duchies, Westrogothia. So
Oh, I think isn't Westrogothia one you're still holding yourself?
yes. But anyway, I want to go and squash her thing, quash her squeal by sending my spy master off to scheme there to discourage her from factions. Factions is the independence faction. I can move my chaplain now as well. So back to Wembley. That's where. Oh, I can't send him to Rusa.
What? You just did.
Okay. Oh well. It just says I can't proselytise there.
Well, I think you can't proselytise the locals, but you can proselytise
So the Viceroy.
yeah, the people,
Yes.
the characters of the
Yes.
term.
Oh, someone's going. So, well, my vassal level is ticking down, so in a bit it might be feasible to go to war again. My threat is decaying, so the Christian defensive pact against me is getting smaller.
No longer contains the Pope.
No one contains the Pope. That's getting smaller. Caithness is quite correct to assume I've got designs on their kingdom. So the Teutonic Order is on the list, but Germania and Thuringia aren't. I do have a truce with Germania for a bit and with Orandoge after the Thuringia. So
So what's the yes? What's
but he's Duke of Greater Poland, which is
yes? So that would suck. I would be inclined to deny that one. I think probably in the
impressed with vague promises way. Yep. Let us continue impressing.
I mean, ideally, Blakey Face would not be Duke of both Greater Poland and Lithuania. But,
Yes. Oh dear, my husband has snuffed it. Oh look, it's time for the ruler to get married. I think I'm on my third husband.
yeah.
Right, time for husband number 4. Obviously this is purely for dynastic reasons. I can't have any children at this point.
Not for realm rather than dynasty.
Yeah, yes, sorry, realm, not dynastic.
But there are two things. You might also want to arrange this so that you could get a useful alliance out of it.
It's possible. I mean, or I can hire someone with good martial skill to up the...
Yeah, he might not actually be bad.
Yeah.
And like, the Doge won't lose you very much prestige. He wants to get married.
Yeah.
So I don't lose you very much, so lose or something. Very much. That's correct.
Yes.
Right,
Frodo's.
let's try that.
Amphibians. Oh, I see.
Okay, well, I still...
Children-born of this will not be in your dynasty.
Yes.
I mean,
Any
if you
children...
turn on matrilineal, does that improve the prestige situation? Or does it just mean he says no? No, it doesn't change the prestige situation.
Merchant Republic characters can't.
Can't. Oh, of course, yes. He's a. So.
Yeah.
Yes. And my hope here is that this might actually give you the ability to get an alliance with him.
That
so
would be
he
nice.
probably doesn't have that many troops.
Right.
Happy crusading. Good night.
Well,
No crusading. We're Cathars.
can't go on crusade.
Happy kinging.
I'm impressing.
We're Cathars.
Yes, I'm impressing anyway.
Not crusader or a king. What are you bothering with this anymore?
She's a toque. Non-crusader empress.
Yes, I mean, I have minions to be kings for me. Honestly. Right, anyway, so
So now presumably you have
we now have Occult.
husband number 4.
We are now on husband number 4. Can I ask him... I don't want to break non-aggression pact.
Form alliance. Who's on?
That's funny. No.
Not form an alliance. Because he doesn't love you.
Okay, well, maybe it'll grow on him.
Maybe
I do at least have a non-aggression pact.
Maybe you can give him the standard signing bonus.
Could, but he's my husband and I don't like him that much.
But an alliance is a good idea.
Yes, but not if it costs me money.
15 probably, maybe more actually because you don't.
It's probably going to cost him a lot of money. What happens if I try to send him a gift? No!
No, okay, that's
No.
actually stupid.
That's far too much money.
No, so you could give him what's his current? Technically, so currently opinion 23. So so a minor title would take him up to 28, which probably isn't enough, but it might be. I don't know because he's not your landed liege, not landed vassal. Indeed, he's not your vassal at all.
I only have one county left and it's Krakow.
Yes, but I'm not planning to suggest you give it to him. I was suggesting the question is whether his threshold is 26 or 36.
Yes.
Actually,
Right.
just ask him to convert again. Oh no, it was asking. It wasn't converting. It was
It
the other
was.
thing. So we don't know quite what the number is. So what's the number of?
I can't
Formal
ask him to convert
Formal
up.
is the thing we're interested in.
Yes.
My blithering about conversion was utter rubbish. You should use not one. So currently he has 4 pluses and 5 minuses, I
Yeah.
think. So I think that probably means he needs to push him up by 20-ish.
And-
So probably... and you don't have... Give him a minor title anyway.
Yeah.
Oh well.
So, well, let's leave him to his thing while I wait
Obvious,
for my
no.
vassals to cheer up a bit.
There should be a way to make him happier, but giving him 500 money is
Is excessive.
not the way of wisdom.
That's the problem. Doges are very expensive dates.
Even if you're an empress.
Even if you're... Well, I do have rather less money than I'd hoped for. Well, to be fair, I have spent a lot on creating kingdoms and duchies and building my my predecessor's great statue, damn it. Right. That's not the one I wanted to convert. I wanted the
Are you sure we
Viceroy. Yeah, because Rooster is where my troublesome Viceroy is.
Okay.
Or my slightly troublesome Viceroy. So, I've got weak. Do I have weak? Ooh, how is the Kingdom of Frisia doing these days?
I think it's very squashy now.
I think it's very squashy, and I think it might not be in a defensive pact against me. Unlike Evathon, which definitely
Right.
is.
Okay, Frisia
Is not independent anymore.
It's not has
Okay.
been reabsorbed by the Holy Roman Empire. Right?
Survey says maybe
Oh,
let's
hang on, no, you're
reconsider.
pointing at the Zealand at the moment. Or do you advance by one? Okay, no, that is the Holy Roman Empire. Yes.
Yep. Damn it! Scotland, so you like me more than you like him. You don't like me more than you like him. Pause while I think about this. Duke of Mazovia. Well, that's clearly a bigger problem than what's her face. So you are somewhere around here. There. So that bit there. Spy masters.
No,
I've lost it again.
I think it's northeast of
Which way?
I don't know now. Because it should be a fairly obvious coat of arms.
Yeah.
One does north of that. That was northwest, northeast. Go east from here. Maybe you went south, go north of it. That's fine. Duke of Mazovia.
What was that?
That's the bunny, Duke of Mazovia.
Right. Yeah, there we are. I have sent my spy master there. Let us check my revolt risk and go. Eek, that looks a bit entertaining.
So something that's causing plus 10 there. Religious tension. Oh right, that's somewhere you failed to convert in the past probably.
Yeah.
And the other one?
That one.
Really terrifying heretic stronghold. Okay.
Yeah. It's just.
So you haven't yet managed to screw that one up. But if you send your
I should send Villainous or Sandoniet.
I have no idea. You have crushed the revolt there. You've crushed revolts in both of them, so you may not be able to do much better. But actually, maybe that's not what. Yeah, I don't know. So, things to look at. Well, it occurs to me you may have some people you've gone through at least 2 wars without inspecting the contents of your dungeon.
That's true. I can release some people and maybe make them happier. I've only got 4. Bishop of Paderborn, let's ransom him. You are some random state. You are some random state, but I can ransom you, so let's ransom you. If we can. Same straight. Zip back to realm view. So, oh, there's some bits of Sweden that. So there's you, and you're part of the Christian Defensive Pact against Poland. Oh well, what a shame. It's not entirely surprising. Petty Kingdom of Hosselland. Which is part of the Christian Defensive Pact against me. Wow. So, Norway then. Norway not actually completely terrifying, not part of a defensive pact against me.
But do you have any Casus
That's a very interesting question. I do. What is my casus belli? So,
There's a couple of single claims.
for someone who's already in my court,
Already account.
yeah, 2 counts. Some holy wars, which are a bit terrifying. Lots of holy wars. I can go to war for Orkney, but I'd rather not. So,
So you've got a couple of single county personal claims.
so Herjadal is just next door to my bit. So it's okay. I'm going to come back to that in a minute because it's occurred to me one of the things I could be doing is in getting my Chancellor to improve relations with people.
Yes. I think you don't have a shortage of claims, so
Get out. There you are. Okay. Yes. Which will help deal with my faction problem. How?
oh, might be a way of making your well, when you get a small amount, making your husband like you more. I do kind of like the idea of sending your Chancellor to talk to your husband.
It's true. So I don't really need to up my temple vassal opinion. I need to wait and up.
Another 3 points of noble opinion
Would probably be what I want. Yes. Can't quite afford either more melee techniques or more skirmish techniques. So.
Who else might you have interesting claims on? There's that tiny fragment of...
I need to see if I've got any claims on
Oh,
Germania,
plenty of them.
because they're not that intimidating at the moment. So Hesse.
Yes, because a land or two broker. One of those is therefore actually a useful claim. Hesse.
Oh, hang on. I need to wait a bit for the truce.
Well,
to,
yes. I mean, I'm assuming
Yeah.
we're kind of exploring future options
Yes.
rather than... So, Norway, you have a couple of useful
Yeah.
county claims again.
But in fact, I probably am slightly better off waiting till
Yes.
Till thing going after.
Norway in the defensive pact at the moment.
No, Norway was not in the defensive pact. No,
Oh, yeah.
absence of defensive pact.
Oh, okay. The Cruises for Bertha place. What did you say?
Yeah. It was a yes, I will ransom your prisoner.
Alright. So you know other people like you.
Yes.
That's excellent.
Empress, yes.
So your other neighbours, there's Novgorod, is quite small.
It's true, Novgorod is quite small, but I'm pretty sure it is in the defensive pact.
The other defensive pact.
Yes.
Do you have a claim against it? Because like these defensive pacts will evaporate from these books.
Yeah.
Only
Holy War.
Right, okay. Caithness.
Caithness is part of the defensive pact.
Yes, they are all part of the defensive pact, but
Right, yeah.
but but by the time you're willing to go to war again, those defensive pacts will be quite weak.
Yes.
So do you have a claim against him?
Yeah,
I've got.
I've got like de jure. I've got holy war or de jure claim for
Caithness.
Caithness.
Currently, the leader of the Scottish Revolt.
Yes.
And Eurofon?
Yeah, pretty sure. Not
He's
probably
in
part
defensive
defensive
because
pack,
like Norway is quite big.
but is quite scary.
I mean, that's still a lot smaller than you.
It's a lot smaller than me. And
So you
I
have
can
a bunch
claim-
of single count, probably county claims.
that looks like a duchy to me. I can claim Gwynedd.
Oh, right. But but the person who can claim it is not currently landed, so that would have to be fixed first.
Yes.
You have at least one claimant of Eurofon itself. You have two separate claimants for Eurofon, neither of them landed, but
Yeah. It would be a laugh.
like that would be worth spending a county on if you had a county, which you don't.
Well, I think I could. Well, I don't really have a spare barony. Claim Lichfield, which is a bishop. Claim Ulster, which is a duchy.
And some of these are for landed characters. Oh right, well none of those didn't last long, did he?
No. Anyway, let's go back to the
So yes,
anti-war thing.
you have lots of claims, some of them against the whole of Eurofon, but only
There's a whole
well,
swathe
obviously you
of
can claim
holy
war for
war.
every. Because of your religion, you have holy wars for an awful lot of things.
Yes.
So you have a claim on Ulster from someone who's landed. Top one of those three.
Yes.
Is indeed already Duke of Ulster.
Yes. It's just to. What have I got? Bochnia, which I don't really want to give away, Krakow, which I don't want to give away, and some duchies which I can't give away until I've got a.
So I think for landing anyone, you will actually need to acquire some more counties, which is best done by holy wars or fabricated claims. Because holy wars tend to kick out all the people of the wrong religion.
Great house. Oh, sorry. Not Great House, yes, I want Great House. My dynasty. Join court, yes. So I can try hiring the commander of Styria. He's a bit old. Well, do I currently have penalty for anyone because I've got two kingdoms? No.
So you want to find someone who's a duke of somewhere in Sweden, probably. They will be the people who have the penalty.
Yes, that's a good point.
So Torabalt, for instance, doesn't actually have that penalty. He has
Yep.
penalties for plenty of other things.
This is the Crown of Gotland desires the Kingdom of Sweden.
Yes, I'm not sure. I mean, you could check, but I reckon you're not allowed to give it to him. I think if you were to go to the grant thing, it would say you can't give that much of your territory to a republic. So you can't grant him a viceroyalty at all,
Yeah.
and I don't think you can grant him it as a kingdom either. So I think it would be one step later that it says, oh gosh, okay, it would actually allow you to do that. I'm not sure. I think it's a plan, because what the ... would happen to... You would then in particular have a king who has a -20 penalty for wrong government type.
Yes.
It would mean you get more taxes.
It's a viceroy. Oh no, it's not a
No,
viceroy.
you can't, and importantly, you can't grant him a viceroyalty. You would actually be turning Poland over as a, like, whatever the hell a
Sweden
kingdom level
over.
republic is. Sweden, sorry, yes. So, I mean, I certainly don't recommend it, but I'm not going to say it would be a complete disaster, merely that I don't think it would work well.
Yes, I don't think that's going to do my vassal, my levies any good.
Yes, you'd probably get smaller levies as well. What's the opinion you do the birds argument? So he's the Ice King of Sweden. Like he might not be a completely terrible candidate indeed.
Indeed, my other ducal candidates already love me.
On the other hand, people who naturally love you are good people to make kings, because Duke of Bergtagen will become their vassal rather than yours. So if the reason why they love you is a nice long-term one, it isn't because they've just done something good for me. So he does that one has a plus 60 from.
Both of them have
granting
plus
duchy.
60 for having granted duchy.
Yes. So what would they be like? So roughly what would they be like if they didn't have that? There's a reasonable amount of like both humble, both temperate. That's about all that's special there, isn't it?
I think on the plus, I'm going to give it to her on the grounds.
As a viceroyalty or
as a viceroyalty? As
Okay.
a viceroyalty. Right, let's do that. And pause. While my vassal penalty decays. A bit. That's one time. A bit faster.
So just confirm that your husband still won't lie to you. Still, what's the numbers?
Exactly the same.
Yes, as expected. Increases the opinion a bit.
Yes. We've converted another county to Catharism. The Tory faction has disbanded, finally. The Cathar heresy is a bit. I am the Cathar heresy. I mean, I am probably like the most senior ruler I am the most senior ruler that's Cathar.
Well, because there is no more senior than Empress.
But yes. Yeah, the Cathar heresy has appeared somewhere. Brilliant. Sorry, the Cathar true religion has appeared somewhere. Oh, there are some raiders.
Yes, so another kind of war you might usefully make is see if there are any more embargoes to be.
I don't think so. I think the embargoes that are sensibly left are.
Are they all vassals of the
Think-
Byzantine Empire?
I think, yeah.
Obviously you can actually check, but
Well, I think either they're part Germania or whatever. I create the Duchy of Helsingland. Why would I create the Duchy of Helsingland?
because you've somehow ended up controlling a large swathe of Sweden up there.
Yes, I assume what happened is that that someone
Those two bits of your empire weren't joined before.
pretty sure. So okay, I think he just inherited some stuff. Well, no, she inherited some stuff. No, she's okay. That's exciting. I'm probably holding too many duchies again, aren't I?
No, you're only holding two duchies, it looks like.
Right, hooray. Helsingland and Poland.
Maybe someone would like to take it off you.
Let's see. Oh, she doesn't want it. See, he probably doesn't want it, does he? Yes, he'd like the Duchy of Helsingland. But that's not... Well, I suppose that would negate the -20 and give him a plus, like
and I think
60
that the
for a while.
ambitious, I think, is only there because he has a duchy. He has a desire for you.
He's already a duke.
True, and there is a certain amount of do you really want to grant the same someone multiple duchy titles? It's a bit powerful to do that. But on the other hand, the other person who controls land around there
Is the Viceroy.
Is the Viceroy of Estonia. So
Let's give him the thing and see if we can... cheer him up a bit.
there shouldn't be any lower titles that you hold.
I don't think so, but let's do that, which will...
Boing.
Yeah, I mean the 60 will go away after a bit, but that will still leave him on a, like, 25.
Which is like not good,
But enough to get levies off, so I think that's okay. Yes, I'm just letting time tick gently while we do all the admin to... Ooh, independence faction is going down. Right, let's try asking people not to form factions.
Has not been successful before, but
It's true. Right, excellent. He said, no, it's fine. I think that's because...
the independence faction now has a... Oh, was that the King of Scotland, you said?
no,
Right, okay.
it was the other Duke.
Right. And someone else has joined.
Let's see that.
The Countess of Rooster. I don't think she's a worry.
No.
But thus you can pull out your Prime Master and send somewhere else.
It might be a her.
Or I said then. People I didn't know, and I understand it's still acceptable to use them for people whose gender you've forgotten.
It's true. Right, so anyway, let's send her off to... We've tried poking him and he's still annoyed. Let's try sending her off to Caithness.
They're
Not
already trying to improve opinion.
Yes. So... But he's got quite a lot of assets.
That's outside the
Sorry, send him off to
gallery.
Gowrie.
Zoom in so you can find a bit of that rather tiny province.
Right, there we are, we sent him to Gowrie. Zoom out again so we can actually see my empire. Realms. Yes, got Shetland. Occasionally it gives me ships. I also have this little bit of Poland on the Adriatic.
Distraction for Thuringia.
It was a brilliant distraction
Down there and spent ages besieging.
instead of getting their army together. Yes. I've still got this bit of Switzerland from like about 8 million generations ago.
Ooh, Francia is currently broken in half due to a revolt. Do you have any casus belli against the revolt?
Against the revolt? Oh, that's a good question. Let's go find the revolt. Quite big.
Yeah.
I do have... I can claim Narbonne. I can
On
claim...
behalf of someone who is currently unlanded, so you can get all of one county if you're willing to spend a county on.
No.
Which, since you don't have a county to spend...
Ooh, Shetland's gone Cathar. Brilliant. So, we could probably declare war on Germania at the moment. Let's ask politely. Because I think my truce with Germania has expired. There's not a defensive pact against me. So
So what casus belli do you have that you want? There was Hesse for a...
Hesse for the Baron.
those two are both
not unlanded.
unlanded. So,
And Hesse is a duchy.
ooh,
So
if you want.
let's claim Hesse.
So he'll bring in Eothon.
So that's
Maybe, not that Eothon got involved last time. As I recall.
does he still have a pact with them? Yes. How scary are they? Fairly. I've lost.
But like, there appears to be a great big army sitting in Eothon at the moment. May not be anything to do with them.
So there's Hesse. Those two bits there. Let's
A bit random.
zoom in a bit. Got a claim. So let's do the usual trick.
That would be the
Case, yes. The plan here is to raise people other than from my capital. Let's take time down a bit and do the Avengers Assemble job.
If you control it, then you get to see where each of the sub-realms has its boundaries, and therefore you can tell that those ones are somewhere that gets somewhere well outside of your territory, of your de jure territory.
Oh yes,
And then 3 people and a dog.
that's the one. So
You actually declared war, because there isn't a war icon.
I thought I did. Damn it, I'm going to have to dismiss all my levies, aren't I?
Well, if you want to declare a new war, doesn't look like you're at war.
I haven't unpaused yet.
Okay. Maybe that's what's going on.
Go to 50-bit war. Whoops, I'm a state. That might be an opportunity to go state. So I probably can't declare war because I've raised army levies, right? Excuse me, military. Dismiss everyone. Find Germania again. Claim Hesse.
Yes, I think you got distracted by checking how big Eothon was.
Yes, set. Right, anyway.
You probably raised that somewhere. So, I think Cameron's the top.
I'm not going to raise any levies in Scotland yet. I'm going to see if I need them to do anything with Everthon if they end up joining the war, on the grounds that that bit is conveniently close to their sort of HQ. So let's march you down to there and see what situations do I have.
If you don't raise any of his levies, he
What was
won't
that?
if you don't raise any of his levies, he won't take you anywhere.
It's true.
By any more, I mean,
Let's
more
zoom
than he doesn't
out
want.
a bit. And let's state. Let's, fine.
Well, continue not raising his levies.
Yes. Right. I will do the fun thing of, while my armies are busy marching across Europe, of taking my nighttime pills so that I can go to bed at a semi-reasonable time. And there will come a point where I will go, no, because I'm not finishing war tonight, because I do have a meeting in the morning at 9:30. Oh, people are forming alliances, that's nice, dear. I'm happy that you're happy. I'm sorry, I'm glad that you're happy, that's the official wording, isn't it?
The King of Eurozone has been called into war.
Yes.
So, if he's foolish enough as to do it by marching armies through Scotland, I suppose you could send Scottish armies marching across Eurozone just in case they run into something interesting.
I can send them down here, for instance.
Yeah, but you won't probably work. Well, I suppose we don't know what his.
Yeah, my
his
inclination is to leave it alone a little bit until I see more what is happening. Oh look, he's raised 11,000 troops there. My inclination is to leave him alone there, unless I have to. It looks like he is in fact marching. Oh, he's marched straight into the Cathar revolt. Brilliant! Excellent, that's somebody else's problem and will thin out his army. So, what I'm going to do is gather about 4,000 stoats here, march them across into Hesse, and then start besieging things in the traditional tactic. Because I've got a bunch of armies who will be there very shortly. Let's leave my spy master there, but not doing anything much. Select this lot. Right, off you go. With 3 kick-ass commanders. Oh, look, another county's gone Cathar. Brilliant. So, good. Fine. Okay, so you're trying to ship your troops over here. Brilliant. Squeak if anything happens, because I'm letting time run while we do the marching, and I'm putting eye drops in. I have put eye drops in, and I can... Everything is very blurry, partly because of the eye drops, and partly because I don't have my glasses on, but I can't see any red other than Evathon, who are exactly where we thought they are. And if... oh look, there's a small number of Germans.
Excellent, squish them.
What
I
I...
need to divert, squish those if you can.
I don't think I can divert quickly enough.
But you've got an army right next door to them.
Their movement lock to go to...
Yeah.
And try that.
Well, I mean, what I meant was work out where the Germans are going and intercept them.
So they're going to Putzen. Where's Putzen? They're going over there. No, no, no. I don't intercept with that lot, I intercept with this lot.
That could work as well, yes.
I get you lot over here ticking war score.
And, yeah, so that if you send a 999 and a 238.
Yes, what I'm going to do is zoom in, send both of this lot over here to meet up, and then
Right, well.
okay. On the plus side, that's probably good for the
the
faction. Let's.
situation. You could check who the new.
I can't fish around
Check,
for a bit.
check what the new king is and whether he needs any, whether he wants anything from you.
It's true. Right. King Thingy, he's Cathar. And
Good
okay, good note.
Good Newt care from about.
So yes, so there's nothing much there that will
Improve.
greatly improve the opinion that you can easily do. etc.
But right. Anyway, so over here.
So you can't currently see that
They're probably
army.
okay, that's entertaining.
They've met up with someone else.
Yes, that's fine. I've got a plan.
Okay.
Well, I think it's fine. Apply glue. Where are you marching? You're going to Upper Silesia. Right. You can go to Upper Silesia. And also,
They're going to Krakow, actually,
yeah, that's fine. Let's actually let's not send you to Upper Silesia. Let's send you to Krakow. Straight to Krakow. You lot I want to reamass over there. You lot I want to do that with. fine. Let's check. Stranded down there, are they? Do I want to raise some people from draw? Let's do that, but with them standing, I might have to rescue them. Right, you're still going to upside each. Brilliant. Right, army glue march you back over there. Right, excellent. I've improved people's opinion.
You could dispatch him to talk to your husband.
I'm going to wait until the end of this war, for the time being. Okay, so they're currently busy. Where are you going? You're going up to Rocklove. Yes, but the quickest way to them is going to be through that lot, and I think that's a terrible idea. So,
So both of those
Right,
going to Wrocław.
yeah. Well, that lot are going to Wrocław, that's going to Wrocław. This lot I think I thus want to push out.
Yes. Well, I think ideally you want the Germanian armies to chase them into a big mob of yours.
Yes,
So
but first of all I need to get them out of the way of this lot, because they're not big enough on their own.
on the other hand, the bunch of the behind them are.
Yes. Right, so apply army glue. Send you to Wrocław, which is I assume where you're still going. Yeah. So you're going to Litomarice, which is that one. What is your plan? Well, I'll leave my lot marching over that way, because if they're heading west, then I can chase them after them with this lot. Right, well, we know how to deal with this. Let's read the Catholic Bible and then go, ha ha ha, lol, no, I'm confirmed in my beliefs. So, you're still going to Litomarice, okay. Just apply glue. That is a tough fort, we just have to sit there. People are converting to Catharism because of the fact that the king is now Cathar. I can become Catholic, or I can gain some piety. Well, let's gain some piety for... So you're now heading west, basically as fast as you can go. Yeah, that's probably the best thing, isn't it? Yeah, but they're like way closer, so they should. Hang on, they're stalled in Wrocław. Where are you guys going? You're still going west. Right, off we go. We could play a game called Carry On, Follow That Army. Bundle you lot together. Send you after this lot. Revolting bishops. What are they doing? Something terrible is happening in Scotland, but it is not my problem. And Ewathon appears, whatever, they may be somewhere.
Yes, they're probably marching eastwards through France at the moment.
Are probably marching eastwards through France. I do have my emergency honour guard I can call up. Right. And I temporarily lost the German army. Germanian army. Who are... What was that?
I think the game thinks the adjective for the Empire of Romania is German, but
Okay. I'm not... Let's just walk you lot straight there. It's probably where you're going.
put smile in it there.
No. Maybe let's not. Maybe let's march you over here. Which will work. It's limited.
That might well work alright, maybe. Or maybe we do actually want to pile a big army in and accept a slight attrition during the battle.
Well, in any case, I'm going to be there pretty quickly. And
True,
in any
about the same
case...
number of,
Yes.
counties away. There are the Uathonians.
Ah, there they are. Hello, they're chasing... Right, so... where is the honour guard?
1,500 men. We're going to need to get it somewhere useful.
Yes, but
It's under decision. Under
you're
intrigue
quite right, it's
decisions.
under intrigue decisions. Recruit honour guard. Let's march you... let's try and march you a bit further south, yeah. Let's take you by the southern route. And pause. So. There we are. So we have the benefit of being
What, have you got
defenders.
another level 12 person in the middle. I mean, really. I think the merging of the armies has not gone quite appropriate.
No. I had 325s in there, you daft AI.
The 75 is about to get squashed by the 11,000.
Run away faster. Right, you lot. I will leave out here for the time being.
You can move them into an enemy county
Oh, yeah,
so they've
that's
got
true.
something to see.
Let's move them into an enemy county. Might want to move them in there, but we'll see. We will see how that all goes.
Yeah, I mean, if you pile more in, you will lose by. You will win more easily.
Yeah, let's pile in there if we can. Because it's a bit marginal at the moment. Because something in the AI decided to put 12 commander in place of a 25 commander, like some kind of daft state. Oh look, and my centre has collapsed because it was led by a daft state. On the plus side, they should last long enough to get the reinforcements. Maybe. Come on. Yes. Right. Still not actually glued my army together in a sensible way, god damn it, but... And we appear to have lost Ewathon in some kind of freak incident.
Well, that just means we don't know where they are.
Yes. They're probably somewhere around here.
So possibly you want to march your big army eastwards to find them.
Well, I might want to march maybe
You
go...
don't want to let them join up with the remaining army. There they are. Too late.
Too late. I have to win this war. Right. Anyway, there is a siege happening. I have captured someone, so I've got like 25% more score. Pause. do some sodding on. Okay, right. Okay, let's apply army glue. Right.
You probably want to split that arm in half as soon as you finish fighting with it, but so I think the question is, if you hold here and the Earthonians are coming in,
They appear to be still at the
are they
moment.
stationary? Okay,
Yeah.
where is Germania going?
So it's going to Paderborn, which is north.
Right,
So I
okay.
probably want to head east, and
Yeah, I think that's probably best. I mean, you're not.
I like besieging, but I can't assault that territory.
Yes, and I think you want to. You can just about defeat each of these armies on its own.
Yes,
You can't defeat them if they get together until
yet.
before you've hurt them quite a lot. Yeah, that's probably the best too. I mean, I'm not sure you can defeat the Earthonian one, but
Well, I've got some kick-ass commanders, and I've got 4,000.
You're a bit short on morale.
I'm a bit short.
And you have a fairly decent numerical advantage.
And the supply limits in that county are much better, so
So it's somewhere good to be anyway.
yes. Particularly since half a dozen other armies are nipping across the countryside as we speak. So that will happen in a couple of days. Of course, yes, they were in a defensive position, but of course I have slightly reinforcements on their way. Promise, Gov.
And so you have rather better commanders.
I do have.
This might work.
I've got a lot of archers, which might help take out that flank. I've got a lot, even more than they have, of heavy infantry.
You've broken your centre.
Not yet. They're working on it.
Or they're pursuing your centre.
Yes. Well, I got some reinforcements. Right, brilliant. Right, that's given me 49% more score.
And now
They're going to
and
Weimar.
they go.
They're going east. So I should head west.
Probably yes. Yes. I think ideally you want now to find the Germanian army again. But
Well-
you might also want to split up into enough parts that you're not suffering attrition.
Well, my plan is to march over there to get a bit more view of what's going on,
Yes, I think that's
and then see how to split. Unpause. It's not going to have any. People are leaving the defensive pact against me. I'm clearly not scary for going to war with Germania. Maybe everyone hates Germania.
No, they don't. Because starting a war isn't scary.
It's winning the war that's scary, yes.
It's taking territory. Right, where are the Earthonian army going now then?
So they're now going to Würzburg,
Right, that's
just south, yes. And they're
Well, I
quite
worry about
large,
them joining up still.
yes. So now I have paused. So now
One possibility is just to march your entire army into Würzburg and meet them.
Yeah, but I need to do some besieging. I have got to do some besieging.
Besieging doesn't decrease the power of their armies.
It doesn't.
If their armies get together, I think they're still scary enough to kill yours. I think
Yes.
the only thing that's keeping you alive is the fact that the Euthonian and Germanian armies haven't met.
Yes, but I think
As
that
soon as they meet, they will kill you.
I'm not sure that they will now, and I think I'm better off sending off an expeditionary force up here, in fairly large numbers, to see what's happening, and maybe. Well, and they're not in Würzburg or in things, so they're not close. I think I want to split off about 7,000, which will leave me enough to besiege here. Let's see if I can just...
Well, roughly half will be 6 and a bit thousand.
No. Can I rejoin? Yeah, well, hang on, I can just do that, can't I? What I want to do is new unit. Because as I say, I think I want about 7,000. Which is then going to be enough that when I'm going to take 7,000 out, leave 5,000 besieging. And because I've got reasonable visibility when I'm besieging, I will have enough time to come and... I'm going to march you lot to where the Germans were last seen. I will put in charge some of the... Let's check. Yeah. Right, let's do that and on pause. That should deal with the attrition fairly swiftly. And I don't plan on going far enough away that there's going to be a problem if the others come back. Right, now we're in a place where there's no attrition. Now, do I want to send them further round? Because I worry that they're trying to join up in the west. On the grounds that we can see more of the east.
You can see where they're going now. You can see your Euthonian army.
And they are going to Aschaffenburg, which is that one. So let's...
You could head south just to the west of them. I mean, go two counties south of where you are now. Do you think that would work?
Let's try.
I mean, if you think that army is big enough to take the Euthonian army, of course.
It's a bit doubtful, but I'll review...
How you decided how big it needed to be.
It was a heuristic that where I thought it would probably be large enough to take the Germans, but maybe not large enough to take the Euthonians. You're going to Weiss. Where are you going? Weinsberg.
That's due south. Okay, they're meeting up somewhere even more obscure.
Well, let's march you down to there, because then at least I can see a bit more. And maybe I march you back to Fritzlar. I don't really want to take anyone else off the army there, if I can avoid it. So now you are there. I'm going to grab the army and march you in here, because if I can't see where anyone... Okay, they're besieging Chur.
Excellent.
Right. So, well, no, that's the Germans are besieging Chur.
Yes.
So
But that keeps them out of the way.
right. So he's got score 28. She's got score 26. Well,
But on the other... Oh, no, I suppose... Yeah, neither of them
I'll just check. That hasn't yet.
You might want to appoint her as a commander.
Yes.
Possibly even put her in charge of an army because I think you may have lost. Well, maybe not because of course.
No, 'cause if I appoint him at this point, it's fine. Hang on, I've got a 14. I'll swap him out for her. So, do I want to just try marching this lot south to try and get to Chur? But I don't think I can race the Erythonians there. I might be better off trying to besiege a bit here.
Possibly. I mean, you have got a couple of battles, so.
Yeah, I don't have to.
Oh, suffering attrition there again. Why are they suffering attrition? They've been out of supply for 11 days. Right, so the problem is essentially they've been too far from your own territory. It's fairly slow attrition rate, that one.
Yeah. Oh, my husband snuffed it again. Okay, we've converted another county. It's getting late, so my plan is to marry again, dynastically, for like husband number 5, I think, and then stop for the night. So I can marry the King of Scotland, which is frankly cradle snatching.
Yes, you need a husband. You don't need a betrothed for 5 years' time. I think you want to sort this by some useful criterion.
No, he's Catherine, he wants to get married. Well, I lose some prestige, but who cares? Let's wait and see if we get the offer. Right, okay.
Possibly move him to stop repeatedly persuading the same person.
Yes. Anyway, I will do that in the morning. Right. There we are. There we are. Look, I'm married. It's only slightly hopeless. Right, I think that is a point to save and state. State. The stream will be ending fairly shortly, just as soon as I can get to a window where I can stop the stream